now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. They marched 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback running on the draw. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows them. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Intercepted deep in his own end. Crosses midfield. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Bama! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Jacobs. Line getting set on second down. Oh, better look out. Gives him the big stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Fights off a defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Fit it in the window for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires it down the seam. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Find some fresh air. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He'll do it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Running to Green. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
The give out of the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. Some sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They took it 71 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
Got room on the return. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the... Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick.
Grabs it inside the 15. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Third down play from the gun. Working that left side now. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Pulls it in, it's Jacobs. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Gives it on the option. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt.
He's going to fire deep. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Throwing right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He fires one deep down the right side. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants it all. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Keeps it on the draw. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants a big play here late. Brings it in down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown tie. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they'll try to win it right here with the two-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. Back to pass, it's Simpson. He's got it. They convert the 2, and they take the lead here in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Plows through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught on the outside, it's Brown. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. And the left footer snapped, hooked it, and missed it to the right. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David.